Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we will be painting a still life piece. I haven't painted them in a while, but I'm using acrylic gouache and they are amazing for still life illustrations for sketchbook stuff. So what I did is I'm going to paint a pole of cherries today, and I've already sketched it up beforehand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the dark shades of the cherry first. I usually mix crimson with a little bit of dark purple or dark blue to get that very deep red, and then I slowly branch out to crimson, and then on the lightest color I use scarlet. Also what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little bit of white to highlight parts where the light will be hitting, and also give the strawberries like a very shiny look. So for still life paintings, I feel like you need to know where the light is coming from and to create the contrast between the light and shadows, and that will really help to bring out the painting. Personally, I'm still not great. It sounds very easy because light just has to come one way, but when you really get into the details, sometimes I find it a bit confusing as well. But anyway, we're going to start with the middle of the painting. All the cherries are painted the same way. I just start with, like I said, the dark shade first and then slowly move on to the brightest shade of red. I also added a little bit of orange to the scarlet on some parts so that the red kind of pops up a little bit more. And acrylic gouache works really well with this because it just blends everything so nicely together. So the white highlights really help to shape the cherries to make it look a little bit more round and 3D. And the next part we're going to do is we're going to paint the leaves. I use dark green in the middle, and then I slowly blend it to a lighter shade of green, and in the middle I add a little bit of details using white mixed with green. And to brighten this up a little bit, so for the stem I use light green and I mix it with a little bit of lemon yellow for its highlights. I'm using size 000 brush because these are like already small tiny details, and then I use brown for the cherry top knot. Once we've painted the cherries, now we're going to paint the shadows of the cherries because they're lying at the bottom of the bowl. I'm using blue mixed with purple and just a little dash of black to create that contrast, and then we're going to paint this part of the bowl. I'm going to use, because the background is white, so we want something that looks like white but isn't exactly white, so I mix ivory white with pale gray, so it's very light shade of gray. And then for this part of the bowl, that's going to be the shadow because light is going to be shining at our 1 o'clock. Because we had a little bit of blue and purple in our dark shadow, I'm going to use the same tint. So I mix blue with purple and black, and then I mix it with white so you get that lighter shade of gray to match. Over here we're going to add a bit of color, so I use orange to paint the circle around it, and I darken it on the side where the shadow is, and on the bottom side we're going to add a little bit of yellow to make it pop. So I outlined the orange circle in black. If you have very shaky hands with me, a fine line pen works really well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to paint the edge of the bowl in solid white. And I also want to add more white on our 7 o'clock. And then I just add a little bit of gray following the original part of the shadows that we put earlier. And then also for these cherries over here, I add a thin line of shadows. Now that the hardest part is done, the bowl of cherries, we're just going to paint the coaster tiles in the background where the bowl is placed on. So the color theme is pretty similar. We're going to use red and green. So the shadow that's going to be hitting in our 7 o'clock, we're going to paint that tile in a deeper shade of green and red. So you can see the other three, they're all in a brighter shade of green and a brighter shade of red for the print in the middle. And then we're going to paint the shadow, the cast of the shadow over here in a very dark shade of teal, and just to give it a little bit of shine, since these are tiles, we add a bit of light teal highlights for the shadow. And then for the background, for the rest of the tiles, I'm using Naples yellow mixed with a little bit of gray so the color matches. And I also give it a bit of highlights. I use ivory white and titanium white. So usually I will paint the background, but I've decided to leave the rest of the background blank, and I just add a bit of shadows around this coaster in a very light shade of basically watered down gray. And it is finished. I hope you find this tutorial useful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye.